Let's see what is going on here. As you can tell, there's quite a bit of leakage, and a lot of it has to do with, look at this, all this oil spray out here and here. I think all the gaskets are going bad, so with that in mind, we have to change it. So yeah, that is my week project. Let's go. I'm using my jack to jack up the car. The jack point is easily identifiable. Using my 3-ton jack stand. Also jack the rear portion of the car, and once again putting down my jack stand. All right, keep it elevated. What do we have here? Lots of component. It's complicated, but hopefully these are the right parts for me to use to work on the car. So wish me luck. I'm setting up a table to be able to place all of my parts for easy access. These are the different types of gaskets that I just recently bought. Before working on the car, I want to make sure that I have my material all set up appropriately to minimize as much damage as possible. First, removing the engine cover. I'm using 10mm. There's approximately 8 bolts. Now focusing on removing the 2 hoses that are attached to the head cover, the EGR hose on the left, as well as the ventilation hose to the right. It is extremely difficult to remove these hoses as they are brittle and hard and seized into the inlet very tightly. I now pry open the engine cover and carefully remove them out of the way, exposing the top. I then wiped out the excess oil as well as removing the leftover residue around the gaskets. The focus here is to clean the surface as clean as possible. I also carefully looked around to see if there's any potential debris from the gasket that could be retaining in the engine itself. I'm now manually removing these parts from the gaskets. They are very brittle, and yeah, I cleaned the engine cover with initial plan of reusing it. Unfortunately, I found that I discovered something that's concerning. In this port, as you can tell, there's a hole right there. I think that's where one of the spark plug goes in. I don't know if I can just put some JB Weld and call it a day, or if I need to replace the whole entire head valve cover. I ordered a new engine cover and applying the new gasket to the engine cover. At this time, focus is to and now reapply the engine cover with the gasket, making extra effort to ensure good alignment. I now shift my attention to drain the oil and focus on doing an oil change. Attention was made to apply or reinstall the bolts in a star-cross pattern, and I torque the side bolts at 8 pounds. And the top bolts as 10 pound-foot of torque. I then reinstall the hoses. At this point, I try to remove the EGR hose and then reattach it onto the engine cover. Working hard on trying to reapply the hose. So I had to go to AutoZone to look for a hose. It's an air intake hose that the old one cracks, so I had to replace it, but we'll see. Here's the crack, and I couldn't find a matching hose, so I went and found something that is closest to it, because I don't have time to wait to order a specialized hose right now. So we'll see if we can use this one as a replacement. Not quite the same shape, but we'll make it work. Now I am trying to retrofit the hose as well as reapplying the clamp onto the hose, since the hose does not follow the natural curvature. It takes some finagling to get it into place. Resecuring the side brackets and now reapplying the spark plugs unit. I discovered quite a bit of oil within the spark plug hose, and therefore I had to remove each spark plug to clean it appropriately. As you can tell, each spark plug is saturated with oil, that was cleaned thoroughly to be reapplied. I now change the oil filter, plug back the drain plug, reintroduce new oil, check the dipsticks, and once again some last minute check before I start the engine. At this point, I'm cleaning up and put away all my equipment. Here is the moment of truth. Fluid spill, just crank it out. Oh, so far so good. I don't see any spill. My gosh. Oh yeah, I'm so excited.